I'm gonna be real here. From the shows I've seen this season, this is my favorite and the rest are nowhere near it if I were to do some sort of ranking for all of them. So, Shoushimin series. Apart from the fact that it's written by the author of Hyoka, which happens to be one of my all-time personal favorite anime, what is there to discuss? Personally, nothing seems to be needed to be explained and everything just makes sense to me in this show. But that's not helping others who don't like this one as much as I do. So, what I'll do is this. This show has a rather popular objection to it, and that is the fact that it's boring and most of the stuff is mundane or inconsequential, or a bit of both. I'll say my thoughts regarding that objection, and perhaps we might be able to portray the show in a more accurate light if possible. So, without further ado, the show being boring, for starters, if you're walking into this with a rather shonen-esque mindset, then you are 100% right. It is boring. But just because you're not the target audience doesn't make the show bad by any means. Because otherwise, that would be like me saying that One Piece sucks as an anime, even though shonen ain't my thing. But that doesn't seem right, does it? Now, suppose you're not into shonen and you still find this boring, the next layer would be the entire point of the show. What we have here are two characters, both are more perceptive than your average Joe, but this perception of theirs is a double-edged sword, such that for Kobato, his innate nature to put things into order by helping, providing solutions, or simply explaining how things are is rarely met with grateful words, which burns our main guy for doing what he felt was right and has since then tried not to bother other people by trying to be ordinary. Though Kengo did say Kobato's quite the asshole, so it shouldn't be a surprise if Kobato, in his younger years, was the type to barge into other people's lives just to help when no one asked. As for Osanai, based on this screenshot alone, you can clearly understand right away why she wants to be ordinary. This woman, as cute as she may be, used to be dangerously unhinged to anyone who wrongs her, and as of episode 3, it seems that Mr. Bike Thief Sakagami has made our cinnamon roll relapse back into her old ways. Really interesting, really. Two people who want to be ordinary because they have tendencies that puts them in a vulnerable state are now on the cusp of relapsing because the world decided to say no to their dreams of a quiet life. Outside of the main point of the show, another quirky idea that I like in this anime is actually one of the objections raised against it. The show being mundane. Like what happened in episode 2 with the mystery of the chocolate drinks. Really, I actually like when people can create content out of nothing. You know, it's just chocolate drinks to most people's eyes, but they've extracted an entire mystery out of it by sheer imagination. Far too many people today can't do that, which is disappointing really, but in a way, the rarity of such a trait is one of the reasons why I like Hyoka and Shoushimin series so much. Like, these guys are my people. And the flaws that Kobato and Osanai have are flaws that at one point in time are flaws that I experienced myself. So, yes, whether I want to admit it or not, I can relate to the main characters of the show. Having said that, if all of these doesn't do much to convince you to like this, that is fine. The show wasn't meant to be universally liked, and there is no harm if what I've said about the show just doesn't do it for you. So, yeah, that's about it for me for Shoshimin's first 3 episodes. And until next time then, lads.